Hi there, gamer. Today we will be embarking on a blast from the past as we dive into the good old days. In this list, we will be covering the top 10 most nostalgic Xbox exclusives. If you enjoy lists like these, give us a like and consider subscribing. We would love to build a community with the truest of gamers, just like you. Alright, without further ado, let's dive into a golden age of gaming. Number 10, Lost Odyssey. Coming in at the beginning of our list is a game so massive it comes with 4 discs and takes over 107 hours on average to achieve 100% completion. Lost Odyssey, developed by Japanese developers Mistwalker and Field Plus in 2008, is an in-depth turn-based role-playing title with a rich story and extensive character development. The game follows Kaim, an immortal who has lived over 1,000 years but has no memory of his past. Players join Kaim on his journey to unveil his past and what his destiny holds. The art direction, story, and characters keep you immersed for hours, and has lasted the test of time, and is considered a cult classic amongst fans of the genre. This game is a true testament of what fans of JRPGs want, and hits on every note throughout the entire playthrough. If you are a fan of turn-based gameplay like Final Fantasy, then this is definitely your jam. Number 9. Dead Rising. At number 9, we have one of the most sought-after zombie-killing titles in Dead Rising. The game has you play Frank West, a photojournalist who is investigating a zombie outbreak in a Colorado shopping mall. While the game's story is simple and can be a bit quirky at times, with some of the cutscenes feeling more comedic than serious, it gives the game charm. Its playful approach at something so horrifying and gruesome kept us having fun the entire time. The amount of weapons in this game is what you would expect if you had a massive mall to pillage. You can go to the food section for pots and pans, the hardware section for a chainsaw, or even a toy from the toy store. Anything and everything you can get your hands on is fair game. While the game is good fun, it can be overwhelming at times and turns the difficulty up at nighttime, where zombies get more deadly. The game forces you to make decisions quick, as it only gives you 72 hours of in-game time to get out of the mall, which every 5 minutes of real time is an hour of in-game time. During this time, you must save as many survivors, take as many photos as you can, and figure out what the hell happened. Dead Rising is a must-play title and even recently released a remastered version that we recommend you check out. Number 8. Crackdown. Crackdown is a 2007 action-adventure game developed by Real Time Worlds and published by Microsoft Game Studios for the Xbox 360. This title owes much of its popularity to Halo 3, as the game was released with an access code for Halo 3's multiplayer beta. The game is a blast that has you play as a biologically enhanced agent, tasked with defeating 3 crime lords and their organized crime syndicates. As you defeat your enemies and collect orbs of experience, your agent gets faster, stronger, and more deadly. The setting of a futuristic Pacific city full of criminals gives you confrontation at every corner, and is one of the best sandbox titles you can find in this era. Although the second installment let us play with friends, this title was the original classic and holds a special place in gaming as a whole. Number 7. Ninja Gaiden 2. In at number 7, we have the most difficult entry in our list with Ninja Gaiden 2. Ninja Gaiden 2 is a 2008 action-adventure game developed by Team Ninja and published by Microsoft Game Studios for the Xbox 360. This game is known for its immense difficulty, and while it's not for the faint of heart, there is no denying its rewarding nature and immersive gameplay. Hacking and slashing through enemies with various ninja weapons and techniques give you a sense of integrity when you master them. The story has Ryu Hayabusa fighting against the Black Spider clan as they try to steal the dragon statue inside Ryu's home village. The enemies will punish you at every turn, as this game is known for its difficulty, but the story is rich and the art design is stunning. Dismembering enemies throughout the story feels very rewarding and memorable despite its roaring difficulty, and deserves a spot on this list. Number 6. Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Would it really be a top Xbox exclusive list without these 2 iconic characters? Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is another classic installment to the franchise with a complete facelift, and as a matter of fact, the graphics still have charm even to this day. Developed by Rare in 2008 and published by Microsoft Game Studios for the Xbox 360, this game is set 8 years after the end of Banjo-Tooie. The game has a unique vehicle building engine that works pretty well for the most part and has a big role in progression. The charm is the biggest factor, as Banjo and Kazooie fight to save their home from the witch Gruntilda. The fans of the franchise did not entirely appreciate the new approach to gameplay, as it forces players to create vehicles to help navigate levels, but for the most part this game has the nostalgia players wanted and still holds up as a great title as a whole. Number 5. Forza Motorsport 3. At number 5, we have an amazing racing title that raised the bar as a professional racing simulator. Developed by Turn 10 Studios as an Xbox exclusive, this entry in the franchise packs a huge punch. With more than 400 different cars, with all the best manufacturers like Ferrari and Lamborghini, players have so many options. The stunning graphics and customization caters to racing game fans and car enthusiasts alike, as it drops you in the world of motorsport racing. Extensive tuning options along with parts upgrades and paint customization really gives you the feeling that you really own these cars you purchase. You could even bring these cars to the auction house and sell them to other players online. The multiplayer was very fun and very active at the time of release, which made for non-stop fun. Thinking back on this title gives us a warm feeling and reminds us of true gaming at its finest. Truly a legendary racing title. Number 4. Fable 2. Coming in at number 4, we have the second installment in the Fable franchise that takes us on a fantasy roller coaster. Developed by Lionhead Studios in 2008, this title took us into the land of Albion, 500 years after the first installment. The story has you assume the role of a young hero who is designed to stop a ruler from going mad and destroying the world. This plot seems to get better and better leading up to the ending scenes, giving you a blissful ride, and has multiple endings. The game also offers side quests that are interesting and rewarding, along with jobs that earn you money and notoriety. The charm of this game is still unmatched. With its medieval folktale style approach, it really makes you feel like you are inside of a storybook playing out your character's actions. This title was also popular for its karma system and choices it gave players. Eat too much and you will become overweight. Kill innocent people and the world will treat you as a scourge. The world feels like it has real consequences and gives you options that take you to very different paths. Fable 2 is a must-play classic and deserves its ranking on this list. Number 3. Halo Reach. Alright, coming in at number 3 is a multiplayer powerhouse that consumed the lives of young gamers during its release. Halo Reach was developed by the infamous developer Bungie in 2010 and was published by Microsoft. Taking the iconic Halo formula and revamping it with modern style weapons that felt more real than normal Halo arsenals, Halo Reach did everything we wanted. A heart-wrenching story that captivates Halo fans and gamers alike, more customization and armor, rewards for leveling up, and just an overall different take on what made Halo so great. The map design catered to competitive multiplayer fans, but didn't leave as much meat on the bone for fans of custom games as Halo 3 offers more. Nevertheless, Halo Reach became a staple instantly and is still being reminisced amongst gamers to this day. Number 2. Gears of War 2. Chainsawing its way into number 2 is Gears of War 2. This game took everything from the original and cranked it up to the max, with better visuals, smoother gameplay, faster gameplay, and more gore. This entry is probably the most mature game on this list, as its violent nature of defending humanity from extinction has you ripping through locust enemies in horrific fashion. Giving players execution options with each weapon, each one is extremely brutal and satisfying. The story is tear-jerking, showing you the dark side of war and a grim picture of sacrifice. The emotion in the story is gripping and immerses you as you get revenge on the Locust Horde for killing beloved characters you grew attached to. Overall, the multiplayer was legendary, with a ton of iconic maps and game modes. Players will also be pleasantly surprised to find out that the co-op is top tier and just as good as a solo session, if not better. Gears of War will forever be a beloved franchise for us here at Heresy Arcade, and we hope it comes back sooner rather than later. Number 1. Halo 3. At the top spot we have Halo 3. What a surprise! Coming in at number 1 is the juggernaut title of Xbox exclusives. Developed by Bungie in their heyday and published by Microsoft Studios in 2007, this title sold 14.5 million copies and was the best-selling Xbox 360 exclusive title. The nostalgia bomb we get from this game is astronomical, as every gamer should have already had their hands on this game. The iconic story concludes the original Combat Evolved story arc and gets more and more epic as you proceed. With one of the most badass ending levels in video game history, it leaves the gamer feeling fulfilled. Multiplayer is just as legendary. With the truest form of Halo combat and best maps in the franchise, this game kept fans playing for years after its release. As discussed earlier, It had an amazing custom games catalog, with gamers finding all kinds of ways to have fun without the competitive nature. Overall, this game exceeds nostalgia and truly reminds us of a golden age of gaming. Well, gamers, that wraps up our list. How did we do? Did you agree with us? Did this make you feel like a kid again? If so, be sure to give us a comment on what you think. Also, be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing for more great gaming content like this. We truly appreciate you for watching and hope to see you next time. Until then, keep gaming and have a terrific day. Heresy Arcade out.